Okay. So I can turn it into a podcast later because our plan is to live stream it and then put it up on as a video on YouTube, and it'll still be a podcast on Spotify. I'm not sure what day it'll drop yet. Episode 1 was... Oh boy. Okay, we're going to sort our audio out.
It was awesome.
Episode 1 is up on any podcast service that you use, Apple or Spotify or Google or whoever, and it's audio only. And then episode 2 is on YouTube right now, and it'll show up on Spotify probably Tuesday or so. It went up on YouTube at like 1:30 in the morning, so yeah. And then this is episode 3. Although Erica says well, not mine. My audio is perfect, of course. Yours is echoey, and I'm not sure how to fix it.
Are you feeding audio through 2 different sources in OBS?
I don't think so. Got my mic. No, I'm not. To put Zoom on OBS, you have to run virtual audio cables and all this other stuff. And as far as I know, it should be working okay.
Dance, dance, boogie wonderland.
Good? No, still bad?
Well, what producer Erica said specifically when I asked if it was unlistenable was that if she wasn't a producer, she wouldn't stick in for long. Mm-hmm. Which says to me that it's not like, remember the other day, Alden, when it was like you said something and then you'd hear it again 5 seconds later and it just kept going. I don't think it's that.
Okay.
It's probably just echoey. So I think what we'll do is we'll just keep going, and I'll sort that out later.
Okay.
Get that audio sweetening.
Yeah.
Let it marinate.
Yeah, man. We'll get all our stuff sorted out eventually.
Yeah.
All our technical problems. How
Sounds
are you guys doing? How was your week? Doing okay there, Steven?
Oh yeah.
Have you been at home this whole week?
Yeah, I've been at home. Kristen's joining me. It's been nice.
Nice.
Yay.
You're in Nashville then.
Knoxville,
Okay.
Tennessee.
Yee.
Okay, that's cool. Alden, you get moved in okay?
I'm good. Yeah. It's all decorating now. Like
Ooh, the fun stuff.
I came home and like fall stuff was up because I made the stipulation she was not allowed to decorate for fall until pumpkin spice latte was available. But stupid Starbucks jumped the gun, and so we have fall stuff up now.
Good.
Always August. It's always the end of August.
We should have fall stuff up now. Fall is the best season. Morgan, your hair looks amazing.
Why, thank you. It's new.
Is that called an ombre? Is that what that is? Where it fades to the color at the tips?
It's called, I told my stylist, I love purple and I love pink. Work your magic. And this is what I got.
I need a Zoom background that's going to give me Morgan's hair. I could just try that on for a couple hours.
What
That
if we
would
could all have Morgan's hair?
be amazing.
Oh, no.
We need like little cutouts, kind of like how Hedwig and the Angry Inch have those like blonde hair. You guys seen those? It's hilarious. We need that for Morgan's hair.
I'll make a Snapchat filter. It's perfect.
We'll all have the same.
Yeah, well, I'll show up with Morgan hair next week. Okay, so would anybody like to do a recap of the first 2 episodes, or would you like me to do it?
Oh,
Hit it, James.
yeah.
You go for it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in the first episode, you were all living in the small fishing village of Angul. You came together to defeat a creature who rose from the water to steal Nash's fish. and you killed it and you ate it, and it was kind of gross.
It was delicious.
It was the best barbecue
Yeah.
my character had.
Barbecue chul.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're gonna find a YouTube video about barbecue lobster. You know what I mean? Yeah. Anyway, so after that, you were asked to join this semi-secret society that lives in a mountain nearby. You all agreed to it. You entered, and you spent episode 2 meeting your new professors and getting your daily schedules and all of that. Since this is our first time with video, why don't we go around and just introduce our characters real quick?
Sure.
Let's do it clockwise and start with Tesselae. Morgan, can you tell us about Tesselae?
Yeah, sure. So Tess is a human female rogue. When we first met her, she had all dark colored clothing and sort of pieced together leather armor. She has a crossbow on her hip at all times and wears makeshift bracers that have bolts strapped around them for quick reloading, which is just my skinning of the fact that she has crossbow expert already, being a human. You know, we love those early feats. She has sort of shoulder length, shaggy, obviously self-cut black hair, pale skin, but she's constantly filthy, so not that you would know, and has a habit of talking to / feeding morsels of food into her bodice, which Adaman finally figured out was actually her pet rat Vile, who hangs out with her at all times.
Okay. How about you, Roscoe?
Roscoe is a halfling barbarian. He famously looks exactly like Tom Selleck, shrunk down to a 3-foot frame.
Famously.
Love
He's
it.
got just curly mop of brown wild hair, which kind of mirrors his chest hair. He is dressed in just pretty much rags, cut down to a very deep V, because you got to get that breeze in. You know, he's out there working. He doesn't want to get too sweaty, so it's important to let the chest hair fly. Yeah, he doesn't put on a lot of airs. He's very down to earth.
Literally, because he's so short.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay.
Hey, boop, boop. You walked right into that.
Sorry about it.
All right. How about you, Nash?
Yeah, Nash is a half-elf ranger who has the body type of most women in video games. We'll just keep it real simple. Her armor is actually like a corset, so it doesn't fully protect her entire body, but it is essentially her armor. She has kind of grayed skin. And yeah, she's kind of always carrying around her net and her crossbow, ready to either kiss somebody or fight somebody. It just depends on the day.
Maybe both.
Maybe both.
All right, Adaman.
I'm Alden Eberhardt, and I'm playing Adaman Sosmith. He is one of the constables, for lack of a better word, in the town of Ongol. He serves underneath the sheriff, and he just pretty much just broke up bar fights and handled domestics. He wears loose-fitting clothing to allow him to, move, like a monk's outfit, because that's what he is. And he just tries to uphold law and order. Obviously, he's your friendly neighborhood street tough, but maybe someday he'll be something else. We don't know.
And that brings us to Vorty.
Hello, I'm Alex Aviles, and I play Vorty Vink. He is a satyr bard, and he, he's a very chill dude. Like, he's actually fairly short. He's like 5'5", and he's a little bit on the scrawnier side, and he relates a lot more with the shorter folk, and so he loves hanging out with Roscoe. They have very like similar vibes, I think. You know, where Roscoe rages, you know, Vorty is more of his like yin to his yang. He's more of the chill dude. And so I think in terms of like his appearance, he's got long dark hair with his horns, kind of like, you know, they frame his face nicely. He doesn't wear a ton of clothes, but he comes from a long line of fighters. So he has things that have been handed to him with the expectation of him accomplishing great things. But he's like, can I just drink and chill and sing and play music and eat? And then it's like, man, get to doing something. So he's joined this crew. We'll see what happens.
All right. Well, I think the last thing that happened was you guys had lunch, which is only exciting.
Bread for the first time.
Which is only exciting because this is Scythia. If this is your first time with us on this, we had a show called Endless Midnight first. It is on Spotify and everywhere else. It's audio only. And our homebrew setting campaign is called Scythia. It's a continent about the size of, I would say, New Zealand. Maybe even not all of New Zealand, just the South Island, let's say, of New Zealand. And 50 years ago, there was an event that happened. A couple of nations in Scythia went to war, and one of them built a doomsday weapon. Think of a magical nuclear analog. So the weapon went off, and it completely destroyed life as everybody used to know it. So the air is choked with magical slag that hangs in the air like ash. It blots out the sun for the most part. It's a little lighter during the day than it is at night, but it's never really bright. In Angul, down at the southern end of Scythia, which is pretty far away from the blast site, mechanically characters have about 100 feet of vision when they're outside, but near the crater it's more like 60. And then at the crater, it's almost nothing. So there are no more nations in Scythia. I think, what did I call it? Post-apocalyptic neon hellscape?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When we were coming up with this.
Yep.
We'll be posting some maps and things like that on Twitter if you're interested. Who knows? Eventually we might write the whole thing up D&D style, and who knows? So my point in all of that is that plants don't really grow because there's no sun. So they have some limited root vegetables they can grow. Other than that, I mean, the flora and the fauna in Scythia are extremely limited. There are great lizards that go out through the plains that don't seem to be bothered by the slag. So those are a source of food. They even seem to thrive. There is a plant called scrub, which is kind of like mesquite bushes, but it grows like kudzu in Georgia. And since it absorbs, it may even be related to the slag, it's hard to say. It burns like crazy for a long time. So they have a source of fuel, they have a source of food, and life has gone on in Scythia like that. So when you had lunch yesterday and they brought you bread, you had no idea what that was. You never had it before. I remember asking, like, how do you describe the taste of bread to someone who's never had it before? Alex, you made a remarkable effort to describe that. And then when lunch was over, according to your schedule, next would be combat training.
Yes, the asshole crow.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm still digesting, man.
Yeah, you had like 2 loaves of bread.
I had a ton of bread. I'm in
Should
a
we give
carb
like
coma.
a quick rundown on what the Institute does for anyone that's joining us for the first time?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, well, I guess I'll do it. So, known as Haskoli Lazuli, the Institute hidden in the mountain was essentially the scavenged remnants of a greater former institute of some sort. And now the mission of the self-proclaimed scholars, led by a old gnome named Headmaster Echo, is to guard knowledge, gather knowledge, and oppose magic in all its forms. So we were guided here by some up-and-coming graduates of this scholars training regimen, as it were, and are now beginning said training ourselves. And
But
through an
define
overheard-
all magic.
we
like,
haven't really gotten clarification on that yet.
Yeah.
Like all magic, or just like magic, finger tutting magic. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a whole different kind of magic. I'm more like magic.
You're just inspiring, Morty.
Yes.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, in Scythia, there's a heavy anti-magic sentiment because that's what the bomb was made out of, and it's what ruined life as everyone knows it. So anyone who is a magic user in Scythia, generally in society and around civilization, has to keep it under their hat.
Mhm.
But these people seem to be actively fighting it. And again, I mean, you're not sure exactly what they mean by that or to what extent it goes. But you were told that you were going to become scholars by some people in gray cloaks. And then you were brought into the former university to learn how to do that.
Mhm.
You were told that your job would be to go out into Scythia and to gather information. Not sure what that means yet either. I mean, you're not sure. I'm sure. You're not sure. Okay.
I'm actually not sure. Yeah, no.
It sounds like I have no idea what's going on.
I'm just here for the bread and the booze, man.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm pretty sure that Vorty knows what he's doing. Yeah.
Yeah, and one of you met a group of outgoing scholars who just finished their training, and one of them took you around and showed you things that maybe the professors know about but turn a blind eye to.
They were kind of outgoing.
Alden and I were in the military, and you know that in boot camp, you come into boot camp, there's always a guy who's like, hey, if you look in the ceiling of the supply closet, you'll find stuff to make your life a lot easier, right?
Yeah, that's when Vorty started to take a lot of notes.
Mhm.
Finally,
The first time.
finally started taking notes. Yes.
There's always that one cool guy.
Yeah.
All right, so what you're expected to do is to change into some of the clothes they provided. And what you find in your footlocker is a canvasy set. It's a shirt and pants, long sleeve shirt and pants. It's kind of a heavy material. It feels canvasy, and it's white.
I put it on.
yeah,
Good.
Rock-
We were wondering if Nash was going to do that or not, so that's why
No,
I
I'm
put it
not.
to you that way.
I just looked at other people opening their chests, and I'm not even opening mine. I'm not putting it on.
Okay.
I'm the one that's got a problem, man, because like I gotta let this breathe. You know what I'm saying? Like this is like a little too much. So, man,
For our new listeners, Vorty is always nude except for his bikini thong.
right, man.
But he has like goat legs, so he's got like fur.
Yeah, he has fur.
Yeah, I'm already.
I imagine
I'm
Mr.
already
Tumnus.
covered. Yeah, I'm already covered, man. Like I feel warm. You're trying to put more stuff on me. Like I'm gonna like have a heat stroke or something.
Like putting a sweater on a dog. It's redundant.
That's ridiculous, man.
He is
My
a dog.
My
I'm a
temperature.
dog, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a dog. I'm the goat.
Oh no. Oh, I hate it.
You sure are, Bordy.
Cards, man.
Oh, come on. It
That
was
was
bound
good.
to happen.
That was good. All right. Well, I put on my my gi or whatever you want to call it, and I look around and go, Anybody else gonna dress out? All right.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
Roscoe stripped nude and put it on. I mean, immediately got out of those clothes.
Cool.
Yeah.
I thought that there was a cloak in the chest, though. Do we have cloaks still?
Yes.
Didn't he talk about that last week?
Yes. Well, you find two different sets of clothes. One of them is like a dark, it's not the gray that you saw the outgoing scholars wearing. It's like a dark blue, navy color. Very simple set of clothes, which you were to understand. It's not exactly a uniform. It's just something that you can wear while you're inside. And then the other one was a set of training clothes, workout clothes, whatever you want to call it. And there was a heavy cloak in there because it does get cold in the under the mountain. Not as cold as outside. Angul is think Nantucket. It's fairly cold there.
So I've got the set of clothes that I stole from one of the extra chests and cut up to make sort of a harness for Vile. So I'll get rid of all my normal clothes except for wearing that, my boots with the daggers in them, and then I will actually wear the darker clothes because I like those better.
Okay. And you're going to keep your daggers on you?
Yes.
All right. Okay, well, 1 o'clock-ish rolls around. And Ulrich appears to kind of usher you over. It's your first day, so he's making sure you make it to your correct appointments.
All right.
Are you all ready?
Yeah, I didn't really check the schedule that well. What's next?
Combat training.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. Oh yeah.
You have 4 hours of combat training, and then after that, you are free to do as you wish. Until dinner. And after dinner, you will have some more free time until lights out at 10 o'clock.
Do we need to bring our weapons, or will this be hand-to-hand combat?
You won't need any weapons. Master Crow will provide any weapons you may need, although today I doubt you'll use them.
Very well. I already know where the mat is, so I will make my way towards the training room.
Okay. So you guys all head into the training area. Master Crow is waiting for you. He is a dwarf. He does not look like a young dwarf. He has some battle scars and things. He has long hair and a long beard. Maybe somebody could make us some custom tokens for Roll20.
Is Master Crow still fuming at the fact that I told him to fuck off last week?
He wasn't fuming at the time.
Okay, good.
He seems to take things in stride.
Okay, good.
There was something about his eyes. Because do his eyes focus on me from why I'm standing just across the mat?
It's hard to say. You can try rolling I guess that would be an investigation check if you're looking at him to try to see if he can focus on you.
Pretty good at that. Let me check. Investigation. 11.
You can't really tell how good his eyes are. He's looking at everybody individually. That's about all you can tell.
Okay. So he can see. All right.
He can see. He's not blind. You can tell that.
That's what he was wondering.
There's a question of how well he can see.
Gotcha.
So you all file in on the mat.
Yep.
He stands up and he looks at you. He looks over at Nash. I see you've decided to forego the training clothes we gave you.
I see you decided to forgo growing any since the last I saw you.
Oh, why?
It's only been a few hours. Like, I don't think that would make that much difference, honestly. Like, it takes many months.
Nash. You are one letter away from being Ash.
Nash,
So,
I am 250 years old.
Oh.
Impressive.
I've heard every short joke you can imagine.
What's your favorite one?
Master
you
Crow's
know,
the
me
coolest.
too, man. Me too.
But keep trying. Maybe you'll find a new one.
Hmm.
I mean, Roscoe, you probably heard him too, right?
Yeah, but usually only once.
Oh,
Oh.
Checkmate.
Noted.
Vorty, I see that you have decided to use your, what do you call that, as your training gear? Is it a slingshot? I believe is what that's called.
You know, I kind of like to call it
Or
my
is it
front,
an
my-
eye patch?
It's more like a front pocket, like a
Oh.
front deep pocket.
I see.
And you know, man, it's just hot, dude. Like, what you trying to do to me? I mean, is this part of the training? Is to like suffocate to death?
I would like to point out that you do not have many restrictions here.
I mean, I'll put it on if you really.
Most things we do are suggestions. The workout outfit isn't really for your benefit. It's, well, let me say that again. It's not for our benefit as a school. It's for your benefit. What
All
you
right,
can do
man.
what you want.
How about I cut some like air holes in it
that
Just,
sounds fragrant,
like,
and
in
I
the-
don't like it.
in the right places? Man, what are you talking about?
Maybe if you just get some extra pairs and just like
He's going to
trade them
make
out.
assless chaps.
Yes.
I find if you kind of cut it from like up here down to the belly button, it gets really breezy.
You are free to alter your uniforms as you wish. Military. So have at it.
This sarong's gonna be so right.
Oh.
Oof. Ugh.
These weapons racks are actually here in the back, right?
Yes, they are.
Tessa's just going to forego this cursed conversation and start poring over the weapons gathered
Okay.
here.
Without, you don't need to roll a check for this. You can see that there are, some of them are wooden, and some of them are made of metal, but even the metal ones don't have edges.
Hmm.
So.
And you see everything. There's pole arms and spears and long swords and short swords and there's everything that you could think of is on these racks at one end of the room or the other. But they go from wooden to metal, edgeless metal. They look like training weapons. And then they seem like they've seen a lot of abuse. They're pretty dented. All right, everybody line up.
Oh, the last time we did this, it was something.
Now, who's first?
I'll go.
Who? I want to be last. Who's last? Okay, I'm gonna go last.
And right there by the wall.
Pull my notes up here.
Did we line up correctly? Because is this like?
Yeah, I
front and
stepped
back?
up because I'm going first.
Are we
Close enough.
side to side? Are we front and back? Like, kind of like, man, I need like clear directions.
Bodhi, you're fine.
You're doing good, man. I can't believe you actually even bothered to get in the line. I'm very impressed.
Is this what happens if he goes like 6 hours without a drink?
Yes. Yeah. He's pretty bad.
If y'all only knew. So what's next?
I'm just pulling up my notes. Give me a second.
All right.
Let's go.
All right.
These notes are brought to you by. Oh, we have no sponsors. Oh,
No, but I am using D&D Beyond.
hey, D&D
Beyond.
Beyond.
Which who are absolutely welcome to sponsors. if they
Yes,
choose.
please do. Come
Todd
on.
Kenrick, sponsor us.
Give me some of that money. Sorry, what?
Well, we don't. You know what? I wouldn't even. If I could just put their little logo at the bottom, I'd be happy.
Okay. Okay.
Like, oh,
If
that
I
makes me
got paid
happy.
a lot of money by them, I'd be happy.
Well, I mean, money is
Don't
always
need
preferable,
anything.
but you know what?
don't need anything but that.
I mean, even if nobody ever watches us,
We have a couple people watching us right now.
My
we had
mother
fun
will watch.
together.
What?
My mother will watch. I guarantee you.
Like-
As soon as I send her
You
this
have
link,
people watch
she'll be like, "Oh, that's my baby." She'll watch.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Mamas are good like that.
Yeah.
All right. So, Tesla, you
Yeah.
have volunteered to go first.
I have.
Good luck, tribute.
Do, do, do. Bro.
He brings you out into the middle of the mat. And why do you want to go first?
Because building anticipation only builds fear, and fear gets in the way.
Aha. He steps up to you. What do you know about fighting?
That it's best to avoid fights you don't think you can win.
Always true. But what if you cannot avoid it?
You have to be able to read your enemy, to strategize on the fly.
Yes.
Then you have to be able to put that plan in action. And that takes skill, practice.
Yes. Do you know what it takes to win a fight?
Something tells me that you're going to inform me of the answer to that.
You have to be willing to win.
Just
All right.
what?
Seems simple enough.
All right. Come out here on the mat.
Oh, this is gonna suck.
Why don't you go ahead and roll an initiative roll for me there, Tesla?
Oh shit. Okay. This
This
is
is gonna be fun to watch.
First roll of the session. Let's go. Okay, modified 20.
Adamant's busy pondering the wisdom of the words.
I'm gonna keep this dice right here.
The words of if you want to win, you have to be willing
to
to
win.
win.
And he's like, "Is this profound or is this lunacy? I don't understand."
I
Yes.
turn over to Adam and I'm like, I'm maybe too sober for this lesson.
You get to go first, Tesla. He's standing there with his arms at his sides. He looks you in the eye. All right, girl. Let's see what you've got. Take me down to the mat.
Yes, Crow. So Tess will kind of shift her feet apart on the mat and crouch a little bit and just look him over. And I would like to try to sort of crouch and then spring and vault over him since he is a lot shorter than I am, and like put my hands on top of his shoulders and swing around and kick my feet into the backs of his knees to try and take his legs out from under him.
Okay, that sounds like an acrobatics check to me.
Okay, I'm actually not terrible. I'm going to use the same dice because it was really nice a second ago. And now it really sucks because that's D&D. That's a 10.
Okay. He wasn't ready for that. So you flip over him, right?
Yeah,
With your hands on his shoulders as you go over.
yeah.
And then as you land on the ground, instead of landing, you kick your feet into the back of his legs.
Yeah.
He doesn't go all the way down, but he does go down to one knee.
Okay. I don't think I have cunning action at this
Well,
level.
Mechanically, we'll call it prone, but he's not like lying on the ground. He's, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. I do have cunning action. So for my bonus action, I will disengage
Mm-hmm.
and spring away about 15 feet and just take a crouched defensive stance.
SLA. I'm impressed.
Well, mechanically, he's just half his movement to stand up. And he...
I should have gone 20 feet.
I should have. Oh, hang on. There we go.
Wait, we can curse, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we have the not for children setting, so we're good.
Okay.
All right.
I'm so glad because I'm gonna drop some bombs.
Yeah, we have the PG-13 rating and setting on or whatever.
That means we only get one
PG-16 or
F
whatever
word,
it is.
though.
PG-16. I think it's called
One?
PG-16 with Twit.
Is it really
Uh,
only one? I'm
no.
gonna have a lot.
No, you can have a lot. It's okay.
It's okay.
I'm gonna have a.
It-
I've
um,
got,
For a movie, that's how it works.
man, I got vicious mockery.
No, no.
I'm gonna unleash.
Oh no.
So as soon as you shoot back, Tess, he's coming at you.
Oh, shit.
He moves up next to you and he tries a grapple maneuver of his own.
Okay. That's a contested, my acrobatics against...
You can
it's
try
strength.
acrobatics. You can try acrobatics,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm more dexy, so I'm going to try and just wiggle out of it. 12. Come on,
Okay,
guys.
I rolled a 24 on that. So you shoot back and he's on you before you even really plant your feet. He reaches out and you put a wrist up reflexively, which he then grabs onto. And he turns and he swings. He puts his elbow into the back of your elbow, his foot in front of your feet, and he takes you to the ground. And you are now in a
Okay.
grappled condition.
Fuck. And I'm prone?
Yes.
Shit.
Looks so hot for a while, and now you're even hotter.
40. All right.
He whispers
Does
in
that
your
bring it-
ear as you're lying on the ground. He's still got a hold of your arm. He's not putting a lot of pressure on it. He's just holding you still. He whispers in your ear, "That was actually very good.
I try not to react.
You have to use your talents. Yours is going to be flipping over people and kick him in the back." And then he lets you go and he stands up. Who would like to be next?
I'll go.
What'd you say her name was again?
Roscoe Stubbles.
Roscoe Stubbles.
That's right.
That's my baby.
Roscoe. Okay. Well, step up here with me, son. Why don't you go ahead and roll initiative for me there, Roscoe?
Yeah.
First dice.
Oh, they are
Oh, they're
cursed
fucking
dice.
cursed.
That's a what's my that's a
5.
5, yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, now I need you to roll a strength check.
Okay. Cursed dice, that's gonna be a 8.
Wow. Use Kristen's dice.
Wow, that's really bad.
Use
This
D&D
hasn't-
Beyond dice. Like, damn.
D&D.
Something. So he stands in front of you on the mat, and without telegraphing at all, he shoots his hand out. And he puts it on your shoulder right here. Instinctively, you wrap your hand around it as well.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of tension between the two of you. Your muscles
Sexual
start to
tension.
bulge, Roscoe. but he
Ooh,
doesn't actually move you
my attention.
because I rolled a 2. And it's your turn.
Okay.
You're not grappled, but you are touching. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So we have this like really tense moment, and I'm gonna go into a rage.
Rage. Yeah.
Definitely gonna rage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to grapple him by like we could do the move. I'm just kidding. He's got his arm on my shoulder, and I'm gonna like twist around to turn around, and then try to use his arm as a fulcrum to like throw him, do like a hip throw over.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try to grapple him to the mat.
Doing one of your judo moves.
Yeah. So that I don't actually know how to add rage. I guess I have advantage on that's a strength check.
Yeah, it would be advantage. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna roll 2 of those.
Yeah, rage gives you advantage on strength checks, right?
Strength
There you go.
and
Reckless gives you advantage on attack rolls.
Correct.
Am I doing that right? Okay.
Yes.
so
Oh,
a
shit.
23 and a 24.
Okay, so he shoots his hand out, puts it on your shoulder, and then you grab his hand and you flip him over you onto the mat doing a hip check. Boom.
Whoa.
Rah!
What's your armor class?
15.
Is that with armor? You don't have any armor. You're a barbarian. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You flip him onto the floor. He hits the mat with a slap. And then he kicks off. His legs come up in the air and they hit you right in the chest, which knocks you backwards. Let's say, I don't know, just a little bit, just 5 feet. And you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as he does so.
Okay.
Then he follows through and he flips up onto his feet and he's facing you. That was a good move, Roscoe.
Yeah, you too.
And your chest is a little, you feel, a little pain in your chest just from getting hit. And what do you want to do, Roscoe?
So I don't think I've done it yet, but I'm feeling pretty restrictive in this shirt, so I am going to rip it open a little bit. It's just way too tight on the chest. And then I guess I didn't grab a weapon or anything. He doesn't have a weapon, does he?
No.
We're just wrestling. Okay.
Yeah. There's no weapons.
Okay. I'm just gonna like shoot in for another takedown, I think.
Okay.
Roscoe's in wrestling mode. So just like a double leg
Wow.
takedown. 24. Wow. 2 natural.
Damn. Level 2.
Double leg takedown? How's that work?
It's just I shoot in between his legs and grab my hands on the back of his thighs and kind of drive forward to push him to the ground.
Okay. Well, when you hit him, he moves 1 foot behind and he plants himself. So you're pushing up against him, but he doesn't move. And then I need you to roll another strength check.
Okay.
So this is what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object.
That's a 22. Wow.
So you hit him, he catches you, you push him back a little, and then he spins and you go sprawling onto the mat on your back.
Okay.
Wow.
All right, Roscoe, I've seen enough. You can stand up.
Get your hands off me.
Easy, Roscoe.
Okay, Roscoe
Shake the rage, shake it.
stands up, brushes it off, and he's like ready to go again.
I have to say I'm very impressed with you all so far. How about you? What's your name? Adaman, is it?
Right. Well, someone's got to be the class
How about
clown.
you?
Might
Someone's
as well
got to be
me.
next.
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Roscoe like walks off the mat for a second. He's taking a break. Wrapping up.
Take a breather there, Roscoe. You did good. You did good.
Yeah, nice
Nope.
try. Nice
Nope.
try.
No hard feelings, man. Remember, we leave it on the mat. We leave it on the mat.
Yeah, you're right.
DM,
Yes.
while Crow and Adamant spar,
Uh-huh.
can Tess just like sit lotus position and watch Crow's fighting style and do an insight check to see if she can gain any potential future advantage for having to go hand to hand with him?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh, okay.
And Adam, man, why don't you go ahead and roll initiative for me?
Okay.
It'll be a 12, whatever that's worth.
Okay.
And I got a 14.
Okay, so Adam, you walk out onto the mat. You have the higher initiative.
Okay.
He's waiting for you as you come out onto the mat. What do you want to do?
All right. Well, hell. Move forward, and I believe that it is pop. So first, I go out and I swing at him with an unarmed strike,
Okay.
and that's a dirty 20.
That hits. Nobody's wearing armor. That hits.
For 7 subdual damage. As you'll notice.
Okay.
And then I will go ahead and spend a key point to Flurry of Blows.
Yes.
That is
Okay.
2 unarmed strikes. Oh, sweet.
So you're not trying to fucking just knock him down. You're wailing on his ass.
Well, I looked at my athletics and I was like, I guess Adam has never been able to take anybody down. That's probably why he does most of that talking. He talks your ear off and you fall asleep. So he misses with his first Flurry of Blows attack and he misses with the second. So he only hits him once. And that is his turn, I think.
So you come out of the mat and you surprise him
Mm-hmm.
with the old 1-2. Ba-ba. But after that, he starts as you continue to punch at him, he raises his own arms in a boxer stance and he starts dodging out of the way.
All right.
As they come in or blocking them with his arms. And then, what's your armor class?
15, unarmored.
So he's dodging out of the way of your attacks.
Mm-hmm.
He pops his left out and catches you right in the nose.
Oof.
That one's for 3 points of damage.
3 damage. Boop.
And then dual wielder, he comes across with his right.
Okay.
That one does 6.
Oof.
Catches you right in the chin.
Ooh.
You're only level 2. Are you still good on hit points?
I'm still standing.
Okay. So you take the punch, and you're like, I didn't hear no bell. And it's your turn.
All right. He will swing back, maybe with a kick. Oh, natural 20.
Yes.
Hey, all right. All right.
So here it comes. So for 8 damage, he'll
Okay.
and then he will use his I think final key point. Yes, final key point of the day to do patient defense.
Whenever
Okay, what
someone
does that
does
do?
patient defense, I picture Morpheus from
Exactly. Exactly. So he
Yeah.
swings around and catches him with a kick that hits him pretty solid, and then he does the Morpheus thing.
He swings around without moving. He's like, okay.
so fucking cool.
So he punches you across the face.
Mhm.
You take it, and then you turn around and you kick him in the stomach. It pushes him back a little, and then he lashes out with a kick of his own.
Mhm.
This one's like he's standing like a front stance. He lashes out with his front foot, and it takes you off guard and catches you in the hip, in that bony part of your hip,
Mhm.
for 4 points of damage.
Ooh.
Pushes you back. Hits really every time he hits you, like nobody's ever hit you this hard before.
Yeah.
Have you had enough yet? I've had enough. Have you had enough?
I am definitely on my last legs, as it were.
Get him out
All
of
right
bed.
then. All right
Now
then.
you see why I talk them down, you know.
I don't want either of us to go to the infirmary, so let's call it there. All right.
And so he bows and he goes, "Good match, thank you."
Okay. Sure.
All right, yeah, all right.
Okay, we've been live for almost an hour. So does somebody want a bio break?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Okay, we will be back momentarily.
I'm at 4 hit points.
Our audio is not streaming anymore, right?
It may be. I'm not sure.
Uh,
I turned it off.
It's the Autumn Orange song. So
It might
on
be
the
both though. What were you gonna say?
the duplicate audio thing
Mm-hmm.
for your OBS overhead, let me open mine so I can see. You said you're using OBS Studio or Streamlabs?
People can hear us, by the way.
Oh damn!
Yes.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Technical
Although they're saying it sounds not duplicated now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the chat says it sounds not duplicated, so we'll just leave it like this.
Oh.
Thank you very much, Cat Can't.
Sweet.
And so we'll just leave it like that. I'm gonna step outside for a second, but keep in mind people can't hear you over your microphone.
All right, I won't
Mom,
blast
the
my thrash
meatloaf!
metal.
We want it.
We're back.
Time for Vorty to get his ass kicked.
Nash just going first.
Bring it on.
Yeah, you're right. Save the best for last.
You want to go last, huh? Okay, apparently the audio is excellent now.
Woo!
Fantastic.
Thanks,
Did
Kat.
did you change anything?
Now, what did you do to
Well,
fix
I
it?
was trying to mute you guys so your microphones didn't go over the stream, but apparently I fixed it.
That'll work.
So if when we go to breaks for these streams, you can just mute yourself on Zoom, I think.
Yeah.
And that'll work.
Nah, we were kind of just chatting with some people in the chat.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. I'm sure they're all people we know.
They are.
Mhm.
That's my baby.
God forbid, like a lot of people start watching this.
Hi,
Oh
Mom.
God.
Can you imagine?
I mean, no, but it'd be cool.
Right.
Yeah, when I first told my mom we were doing a podcast, she was like, "Oh, that's cool," and I was like, "Yeah, it's on Spotify," and she's like, "It's what?"
Like people can listen to it?
Yeah. I'm not sure if I'll edit this up for Spotify or I'll just on there, just rip the audio off and stick Autumn Orange's Ray Gun West's excellent song he made for us in there, and that might be it. I don't know. Okay, so Master Crow looks over towards Nash and Vorty. Who would like to be next?
As Morty points his finger at me, I take a very confident step forward.
All right. Crow looks up at you, Nash, because he's much shorter than you are. I hope you didn't get the wrong idea earlier. When I called you elf.
No.
I was just surprised to see an elf here.
You don't get a lot of elves?
No, there aren't many elves left in Scythia. Half elves, sure, but not full elves. So I was just surprised to see you. Please don't take any offense.
None taken.
Now you can roll initiative.
You got this, Nash.
Ooh. Yeah, I do. 8.
Ooh.
I'm also using the cursed dice, the other set of them, so. But I'm keeping.
Why do you keep the curse
I'm
dice?
keeping
I don't
I
understand.
like them.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So he says roll initiative, or I say roll initiative. He says, he says, don't
Real
take
meta.
offense. He says, don't take offense. And you say, none taken. And then he shoots in towards you. He ducks his head and he goes to grab you around the waist. Roll a strength check for me.
Come on, Nash.
15.
All right. So he catches you unawares, gets around your waist. He picks you up off the ground and slams you to the ground on your back. You don't take any damage from it, but he is over you. Now it's your turn. What do you want to do?
So I'm going to look him right in the eye. My arms aren't pinned, are they?
No.
I'm going to look him in the eye, and I'm going to kind of put my hands on his face super, super gently, like nothing too forceful. The dog's trying to get in the room. Here.
We're live.
I want to play.
Such a good dog.
I want to play. Let me play.
So I'll put my hands gently over his face, and I'll say, you are quite handsome up close. And I'll give him a very heavy headbutt.
Yes.
Okay, roll an attack. You didn't dump strength, did you, Kristen?
No.
I did.
Well, actually, it's not my best.
Well, I mean, as long as it's not 0 hit points if you attack with a...
13.
He seems to know what you're doing when you put your hands on his face. And he dodges his head back just a couple inches, just enough to stop you from smashing your forehead into him. And then what's your armor class?
I actually still have my corset on, so it's 15.
Okay. So he dodges his head back as you try to headbutt him, and then he headbutts you. Right in this little bony part right between your eyes. And you see stars for a second. And you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as your head rocks back against the mat.
Ugh.
And then it's your turn.
I'm going to try and, after I get my senses together a little bit, I'm just going to try and use my left and right hand and just try to flip him over to my right and try and flip the table.
Okay, roll a... you could try and either strength or acrobatics, whatever exactly you're trying to do is okay.
I think it's probably going to end up being more strength because he is directly on top of me, unfortunately.
Yes. Okay.
18.
Okay, I got a 9. So
There we go.
you buck your hips up. He goes a couple inches up in the air, and you're able to push him off of you and roll him off of you. Is that what you wanted to do?
Yeah, I
Exactly?
kind of wanted to be where I was on top of him now.
Okay. So as he rolls off of you, you can roll on top of him.
Mhm.
And make a strength check for me.
16.
Okay. So you roll on top of him. You're straddling him, basically. He's on the ground. He reaches up and tries to grab onto your wrist to wrench you over, but you're able to stay out of the way. And then it's your turn.
Okay. I am going to... I think I'm just going to punch him. Yeah. I'm just going to do a nice, gentle... by gentle, I mean with a smile on my face. Yeah, it's gentle. In actuality, it's a 6.
What did you get?
6.
6. Okay, yes. So you try, but you're both moving really fast, and you don't really get a good solid hit on him. Oh, but you strike at him. He dodges out of the way a little, and then he strikes up at you. And he catches you pretty hard. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as he catches you under the chin. And it's your turn.
Okay, I'm not doing so well. Yeah, so I'm just going to continue to try and punch him. I'm going to use my left hand this time.
Okay.
17.
Yeah, that hits him. Go
Punch
ahead.
him.
Roll. What's your damage on that?
2.
Okay, so you didn't dump strength. You're good. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So with your left hand, you catch his hand up, his fist up under your jaw, which marks your head back. But then you punch down with your left hand and you catch him across the face. Roll a strength check for me.
13.
All right. So this time he bucks his hips, and you feel him push with his hands, and you go flying 10 feet away, like ass over tea kettle. Like he grabs your shoulders at the last second, so you actually flip over and land on your back behind him. And then he starts to scramble to his feet. It's your turn.
Yeah, as he starts to scramble, I would like to kind of run as fast as I can towards him. I watched Tessellay use his legs kind of at a disadvantage, and so I'm going to go try and do like one of those terrible rugby tackles that are closer to the knees than the hips.
The ones that
Okay.
are banned in the NFL.
That's right.
Okay, yeah. That's dirty shit. All right, I like it. Go for it.
A 12.
Yeah, I feel like this would be an attack roll, right?
That's what I rolled it as.
If you're shooting towards, like, to hit somebody in a certain part of their body, right? Okay. So you go low and he goes high, and he just bounds over you. When he hits the ground, he turns around and he lands on your back. I need you to make a strength check.
Oof.
Damn. 14.
Okay.
Chris does.
So he lands on your back and he pulls one of your arms behind your back. And you're flat down on the mat. Your face is pushed up against it, and he's got one of your arms bent behind your back. You can see him out of the corner of your left eye because of the way your face is pushed up against the mat. And he whispers in your ear, "I think I've had enough of that of you."
And as my face is pushed up against the mat, I can't tell whether to be turned on or frustrated.
All right, we've definitely had enough. And he stands up. He lets you go. He stands up
Oh man.
and he points at Vorty. "Yeah, you're last. Let's go."
Yeah, so listen, man, like clearly you can kick my ass.
I sneak over behind
So,
Vorty and shove him out of the
um,
line.
I'm not really I step out, man. I'm a performer. I'm not scared of a stage, but I'm scared of someone who can clearly kick my ass. I'm not really sure exactly what you want me to do. I mean, I can perform. I'm a performer, you know what I mean? Like, I can sing a song. I
Vorty,
can like do a
this isn't about
jump
kicking your
and
ass.
do you
That's not what
see
it's
my
about.
friends? Do you see my friends? Like,
I need to see where you're at as far as combat goes. These people with you may rely on you someday.
right. I got their back.
So roll
just-
initiative.
Oh, fuck.
Amazing.
Yeah. Great. Now roll a strength check. Ah, pretty good.
Wow. That's surprisingly good.
Man, this is
Yeah,
what
you
happens
roll
when
a
you're
natural.
sober.
You rolled a natural 20,
Yes, he did.
and you have a 19. That's great.
That's great. That's hilarious.
So he's talking to you very calmly. He's telling you about how this is about seeing what your abilities are. And suddenly he shoots towards you. And he tries to grab onto your horns, but you just, I don't know. So you
I buck,
reflexes,
baby. I buck.
reflexes, you dodge out of the way, and it's your turn.
Ooh. Okay. I buck out of that grapple attempt, and do I notice how bad he looks? Like, is he still like in his prime? He still looks good. He's not really hurt that much, or is he like he looks messed up?
Would you like to roll a perception check as your action? Okay, go ahead.
Sure.
Or yeah, go ahead. Okay, well, he looks pretty good. He's not breathing heavy or anything like that.
Okay. So, are you saying that the perception was my action?
I mean, rules is written, yes. I mean, I don't mind if you want to try to hit him. I don't mind, fucking around with the rules a little bit.
I mean, because I would have been assessing this while everybody else was fighting.
I mean, it doesn't take 6 seconds to look at somebody. So.
Vorty has been actually keeping track of he's
Sure.
being hit. So
Sure.
Then for my actual action, I'm gonna have Vorty. He kind of like stands there. It's like, well, if I must, I'll try. And then the great words of a famous actor, comedian.
Oh no, here we go.
Tony Baker. we're gonna have to cram. And he's gonna run up, and with his horns, he's gonna like.
Okay. Oh shit!
What?
That hits him.
How the fuck?
Oh.
Okay. Kapow!
Oh.
So you lower your head, you go rushing in, and bang! You hit him. And he's taken aback by it.
Patrick.
Then he takes a step back and he stands up straight. He comes out of his fighting stance. He goes, I think that's enough. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, Vorty, you kicked his ass.
Yeah,
What?
Good job, Woody.
And then
I don't see anything to be gained by throwing you around the mat.
Oh, I do though.
I mean,
We would actually all enjoy it. Yes.
like after Vorty hits him, probably with one of the best hits he's ever done in his life, and it probably didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
And he's like,
yeah.
he has this look on his face like, I'm in trouble.
Yeah. But it was good. No, like I've never seen
Oh,
you do
that
that
was-
before, Vorty. That was amazing. Yeah.
Me neither.
No, that was very good. I think we can do something with you all. I talked about the pentacle before. Each of you has your own talents. They may not be punching or grappling, but each of you has your own talents. We'll add to the pentacle. And I think I've identified what those are. Tomorrow, we start with weapons.
That's more like it.
So that's it for today. You have free time until dinner.
Good.
So you are, let's say, I'm sure it hasn't been 4 hours, but let's say 4 hours in game it took to do all that. So it is now 5 o'clock. You have an hour till dinner. What do you want to do?
I will go ahead and make my way down to the library, and if there are any books
Okay.
that can go ahead and be shelved, I'll get a jump start on the morning's chores. And I would
Okay.
like to look for anything regarding construction of handheld weaponry. Specifically, there were those large, I know we don't know the names of them, but Gatling guns
Mm-hmm.
in the entrance hall. And I'd like to see if there's anything about a method to construct something at a handheld scale.
Roll a investigation check.
I shall. I'm pretty good at that. That's cocked on my notebook. That rolled off my desk. You know what? Let's just... There we go. Oh, but that's not great. 14.
14.
The cocked one would have been a natural 20, but it was like perfectly on one edge.
Okay, so roll a d20 for me and just tell me what the number is.
Okay, I'm going to roll my really pretty one. 11.
Okay, so you walk through the library. The cart is overflowing with books. Like, you have to come back for some. Like, they're all... Somebody was just kind of leaning them up against the cart. There were so many on the cart.
Right.
So, it's been a while since anybody put them away, it looks like.
Been a while.
Mm-hmm. So you walk around through the library as you're putting books away, and you're keeping an eye out for something useful. And a book catches your eye. You reach out with the forefinger and you pull it off the shelf, and you find a book called Ethics in Banking by Nikolai Kintz. If you were to open it up and thumb through it, it's just as boring as you would think.
Does it look like no one else has taken it off the shelf in a while?
Yeah, you're not even sure what banking is.
I'm going to take it with me.
Okay.
What was the last name? Nikolai.
Kintz, Kintz.
I've got a plan for this book.
Is salvation gonna lie within?
Something like that. All right.
Would you like to keep searching the library?
Yeah,
As you
I'll
put
do
books
that
away?
until it's time for lights out.
Okay, roll one more investigation check for me then.
Oh, who's gonna be nice to me? We'll pick this one. I rolled a natural 1.
Okay, then roll a d20.
16.
All right, as you're walking through the shelves of books, one catches your eye at random and you pull it off. And the title is I Am, I Was, I Will Be.
Fuck.
It's by Neil Blindfoot. And when you thumb through it, it looks like it's a collection of essays on the importance of grammar.
That is an acceptable natural 1 get.
I will reshelve that one.
It's very pretentious.
You don't say.
The very first page, when you open it, it says, "Life is grammar."
Ugh.
Hmm.
Wonderful. Yeah, I reshelved
Okay.
that shit.
So Tesla is shelving books. Does anybody else want to do anything in the next hour before dinner?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Dr. Blackwell is our medical
Yes.
teacher, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
I believe I would like to go search out Dr. Blackwell if he's not busy.
Okay. Let me just change the page here for our viewers. Boop, boop.
Yeah.
I believe he's this feller over here.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And he is in the infirmary. It looks like he's organizing bottles, or it looks like he's making busy work for himself. He's organizing bottles. He's cleaning the place up. It's been a while since somebody was in here, so it was clean to begin. It was clean when you came in earlier in the day, but he's cleaning it again.
Howdy, Dr. Blackwell.
Your name was Adaman, right?
Adaman, yes.
Yes. Okay. Yes. What can I do for you?
Well, the whole reason I joined up this outfit was because of the medicine you provide to the town of Angul, and I assume that you do those good works not only just because it's a nice thing to do, but to ingratiate yourself to the city folk. But I think that that's a real decent thing, and it's something that I'd be interested in learning more about. I know you seem to be more focused on teaching us how to better hurt people, but if you can help me patch my pentacle together, well, that's something that it seems like we might need.
Well, it's mostly me and Dr. Hodgkin who create the medicines. Dr. Hodgkin is the chemist, of course, you met earlier.
Yes.
And between the two of us, we make aspirin and powders that will cure your heartburn, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Are you exhibiting drug-seeking behavior right now?
No, I'm trying to learn how to do
Are
what you do on the fly, like field medic stuff.
Poppies don't grow in Scythia, so...
Well, nice to know that you're a dick. But what I mean is, I think I'd want to be able to help my team, and I think that you're supposed to be teaching that. Or should I go talk to Dr. Hodgkin? If I was going to be drug seeking, I'd go to Dr. Hodgkins. She seems like she'd be the one to hook me up. Yeah.
That's true. I'm just messing with you.
Oh, okay, got it. Well, I'm sorry. I'm so prickly.
I will teach you anatomy, how to bandage things. how to treat a sucking flesh wound, for example.
That sounds really unpleasant. Okay.
It is.
Okay.
Dr. Hodgkin is really more the chemist here, the one who makes mechanically healing potions.
Got it.
But I am going to teach you how to patch up your comrades in the field. But what I think is much more interesting is how to kill efficiently.
Yeah, I suppose if you put everybody else down, you can get around to the healing business.
He reaches around your side and he touches you on your side, like on the back.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel? And he pushes kind of hard,
Mm-hmm.
where you can feel his finger going in between your ribs. Do you feel this spot right here?
Yes.
If you were to take a implement such like a dagger or a scalpel or an ice pick or something like that and push it through here, it would go right into someone's heart.
Oh, well, that's awful, but thank you for that information.
We have all sorts of information we can give you. That's just the tip of the iceberg.
All right. Well, maybe I'll just head down to the library and start working on my own then. If I get into any snags, I'll come to you with questions.
All right. If you need anything, if you have a headache or heartburn, or if Master Crow,
What's and heartburn?
Hey, look, it's very uncomfortable. I have just recently started experiencing it. Yes.
personally,
amazing.
I have a problem with that personally. So, or if you are in quite a lot of pain after combat training, we have things that we have things that can help you.
Yeah, nothing a good night's sleep won't fix. I'm doing all right.
Most
just
of the time, yes.
Go read a book, I guess. And thank you for your time.
Yes, anytime. All right, my door's always open.
All right, you murderous psychopath, and he like walks away.
So I'm not the only one that picked up those vibes. That's
Yeah.
Do you go to the library to read the book or back to the dorm?
I would go to the library just to find books on medicine now, because it seems like my resource here is just more interested in. He's like, would you? Yeah, healing's nice, but would you rather murder? And I'm like, oh no.
Okay, so after dinner, Adamant's going to go to the library.
Right.
What about Nash or Roscoe or Forty? What do you guys want to do?
Yeah, in the meantime, between combat training and dinner, I head back to the dorm and I'm just kind of laying in bed, writing in my journal, just kind of reflecting on the day.
Okay. How about you, Roscoe? What you want to do?
Roscoe is heading straight down to the boiler room, right? To try to figure out the start work.
Oh, okay.
Like, nice.
Let me put that up here for the. There we go. I just got a torch down here. Okay. All right. So roll. Oh man. What? Okay. So D&D people. We've all been DMs before. What would you have somebody roll to figure out how to put a motorcycle together?
Just straight intelligence.
Oh, you would you?
I mean, that sounds okay to me. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
Alden,
sorry.
Alex? I was thinking
Maybe investigation.
No.
Yeah, either
that makes
intelligence
sense.
or investigation. Yeah, makes sense.
And then probably a lot of luck too.
If
I'm
Tesla
guessing
finds
you
it
don't
at,
have proficiency
Tesla-
in Tinker's tools.
No.
if Tesla finds you that book she promised, then you'll get advantage on the roll.
I said I would start in the morning. It's not morning.
My intelligence check I had a 12.
That's not too bad. Okay, well, all right. So there's a pile of shit, right? I don't know if you guys have ever tried to restore a motorcycle before. Sometimes this is what they call in restoration communities a basket case, because the whole thing comes in a basket, right? So you got individual parts. there are some notes there, which you try to look over, and you make a little headway. You're starting to understand which part, at least, is what's supposed to go where, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, you have a good idea, at least, of what it's supposed to look like when it's done. With a 12, that's pretty good. At 12. So you can spend do you want to do that before dinner or after?
Probably both, but
Okay.
I maybe get a little bit frustrated before dinner with it.
Yeah, that happens when you're trying to put a motorcycle together. Okay.
These are natural emotions, yes.
Yes. Okay, so Roscoe spends the evening looking at motorcycle parts and trying to figure out what they are. How about Vorty? What do you want to do, Vorty?
Well, I've got a big project downstairs too,
Mhm.
but I know I don't want to blow their place up. So I think the sensible thing would be to like try to go to the library too and see if there's any books on like brewing for 101, like for dummies,
Okay.
distillery for dummies, microbrewing, nano brewing. I don't know. Something on a really small level that I can manage.
Something to help you work the still that Christian showed you downstairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I do want to take the words of advice from Dr. Hodgkin about, I mean, hypothetically, if I were to try to fix one.
All right.
So I would follow the others into the library. I think, we've got a few that have gone in. So, yeah, I'll be
You
one of the
better
last
be
ones, like,
reshelving your own damn books.
Okay.
like, I don't even know what to do in a place like this. Like,
So, all right. So let's do dinner real quick, and then we can do some library rolls after that. We can assume that you'll spend your free time in the library at night. So at dinner, you don't smell the intense smell that you did before. You smell more. It smells more fishy. But when you get there, the professors are already around their table. Your table is still open. I'm gonna change the thing again. Let's see. Burp, burp. Nope, not that one. Burp, burp. There we go. So the professors have their table. You have yours. And Franz is starting to plate when you get there. And I mean that in the most pretentious way possible.
Mm.
He is
Franz, do you need any help?
beginning to plate. No, thank you. I do not need any help. This is my only job.
Oui, chef.
You have many more things you are worried about. Have a seat. I will bring you a plate in a moment.
Is the professor's table totally full?
No, there's still a seat left.
Yeah, Roscoe's gonna sit down there.
Oh my god.
Okay.
What?
Okay. And they're all there. Yeah, Crow wasn't at lunch, but he's at dinner. You see Dr. Lovelace, Dr. Blackwell, Dr. Hodgkins, Headmaster Echo is there. They look over at you and you sit down, kind of surprised, but they don't tell you to leave.
Hey,
Usually no one sits here when they're new. Not that they're not allowed to, of course. They just. I'm glad that you feel comfortable enough to sit with us, Roscoe.
yeah, why wouldn't I?
Well, I'm sure I don't know. Sometimes people who come in, they have. Well, we're glad you're here, Roscoe. Let me put it that way. How did you find your first day?
Oh, it was great. I wrestled Tess at the start, and then we wrestled the crow over there, and
Yes.
I met all you guys. I had a great day. Excited for the bed tonight to sleep in
Oh,
it.
that's good. That's good. I believe your first class tomorrow is going to be culture.
Okay,
Are you ready for that, Roscoe?
that's what I'm here for the humanities.
You can. Are you able to read common?
Yeah.
Insight check.
You just lied to me, Roscoe.
Did you dump intelligence, Roscoe? Is that your dump
I
stat?
didn't dump. I have
You didn't dump
I have
it? Okay, so you can read. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, sure. Okay.
did dump
Good.
charisma.
Because Dr. Pickman here is going to put you through your paces when it comes to using your brain.
Yeah, reading for me, it's like a second language. I get through a couple pages pretty fast. So
Oh,
I'm sure you'll be fine.
he's so cute. Oh man.
Remember, everyone has their own talents. Perhaps yours is not with the reading, but that's okay.
I don't know what you mean.
Wait a minute.
Making a lot of assumptions about me.
That's rather judgmental.
No, are you saying that from your table, Tesla?
Yeah.
You're just like
without looking up
smacking her
at
hand on
them.
the table. That sounds judgmental.
No, just
No?
observing.
Oh,
That's
okay.
judgmental.
Roscoe is a smart man.
I have a pretty high passive, so I'm definitely eavesdropping on all this.
Okay. Well, Franz brings over plates and he puts them in front of each of you. It seems to be some sort of fish stew, but it tastes amazing.
Well, yeah, they have spices here, which none of us are used to.
Mm. Yeah, it tastes really, really good. You're surprised. You've had fish stew a zillion times before, but I never tasted as good as this. And he brings over a basket of bread that he baked earlier in the day.
Oh, we've got these soft pillows again.
I'm gonna take Roscoe's chair that's empty now and like flip it around so the back of it is against the table and let Bile just like skitter down my arm and perch on the back of the chair while I feed him little bits of my food.
Okay.
Ratatouille style.
Leslie, you're sure this is sanitary?
Why wouldn't it be? He travels with me, he bathes with me.
He bathes
He's
with-
just been in a lot of fights. That's why he looks so torn up.
He'll
I give him a
survive.
little piece of my bread.
He definitely takes it. He's gonna get fat here, I know it. Aren't you vile? Yes, that's a good boy. Nash, I was impressed with you earlier.
I just couldn't land anything.
Well, you held your own against Crow, and his reputation does precede him. As much as I hate to say it, I agreed with Vorty. It was kind of sexy to watch.
Kind of.
Well.
I'm expecting at some point everyone's gonna get in the hot tub.
Hot Tub episode 1.
As we have this like sweet small talk, I finally lean into the table. What do you think that Roscoe's trying to accomplish over there?
Honestly, I think that he lacks the awareness of what socially is acceptable, and he's just doing his thing, man.
Yeah, but his balls hit the floor.
Fuck.
That's why I like him.
Roscoe burps. Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
Roscoe's Devils is the best.
He's pretty great. They do say big things come in small packages.
That's true.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but Crow whipped my ass.
Yes.
I feel bad.
Adaman,
Yes.
how are
he
you
was
feeling?
One strike away from probably knocking me unconscious. Yeah. But he knew when to stop. Actually. So that shows. That's the mark of a true master, I guess.
Same.
Well, I think you both did admirably. I can't wait for weapons training, though. She pulls her daggers out of her boots and just starts like twirling them between her fingers.
How is everyone? Are you guys all really hurt? I mean, you guys are like
Yeah.
really like bloodied and black-eyed and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 HP.
Oh yeah, I looked.
Oh shit. Yeah, I didn't take any damage.
Yeah, I know.
Did Roscoe? Well, Roscoe's on another table. I'm not worried about Roscoe right now. I guess.
Roscoe took 2 damage in the fight. Good.
Because he was raging, all that he took was halved, right?
Mhm.
Nice.
So you
Well,
know,
a good night's sleep.
Vorty, you know, he pulls out his lyre. You know, he starts to like strum a few notes and very like chill as he sees his friends have taken damage. And then he's just like, you know, so everyone's like just relaxing. You know, he like turns to Adamant first. He like sings a little song to you, and he's like, Adamant, you know, just relax a little bit.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
It's like, lyrics come to me by the flowers rhyme. Words flow in the verse, tune back what once was prime. Cure the wounds that hurt, heal with every line. Stitch what has been torn, tune back what once was prime. What once was prime. And there, you'll heal back.
Wow.
Nice. He turns as he continues the song to Nash and sings the same little tune to Nash as well. Oh, there you go. To heal
Holy
back
shit.
10.
Nice.
I
Wonderful.
feel a lot better, thanks.
I love the Tangled reference.
And he just continues kind of strumming that little tune throughout dinner.
Awesome.
Okay, well,
Did
after
any
some
of the
time-
professors look suspicious of that? Because I know it's
No.
magic.
No, they look like they're enjoying themselves.
Okay.
It's
if you
magic.
if you need me to play, you know, roll some sort of deception,
No,
I could try.
I think anything a bard does could be considered low magic. You know what I mean? It's not like you're waving your hands around and casting fireball. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Yeah, it's all
not
about.
yet, anyway. So,
Someday he could.
we could call it low magic. Like, this song was so nice that you feel better out of it.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah. So as dinner comes to a close, the professors get up and they nod at each other, and they nod at you, and they file out. You guys are free to free time until lights out at 10 p.m. So I heard Vorty and Adamant say they want to go to the library.
Yes.
And Tesla's in the library. And Roscoe's working on a motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
And what about you, Nash? What do you want to do?
I think I'm gonna head to bed. I'm just
You're
gonna
just
write.
Just going straight to bed at like 7 o'clock?
I'm not sleeping, but I'm gonna
You're
go.
just going to be
write
scrolling Facebook or something? Your phone? Your phone?
Underneath the covers with their never-ending storybook.
Fantasy Facebook?
Eating an apple.
Yeah. Okay.
That would be a really
Okay.
cool magic item. Never-ending story.
Oh no! What have I
It
done?
would.
What have I
It
done?
would. It may already be in D&D Beyond under
Yeah.
the homebrew collection. I haven't looked for that. Okay, so Adaman, what did you want to try to do in the library?
I would like to learn more about healing, perhaps emergency, first aid, first responders sort type of stuff, and then of course also ways to alchemically do that, because I'm thinking of what eventually I'll be, and I'm thinking, if you'll allow it, the Way of Mercy monk, and he heals while he's
Okay.
fighting, and so it's got to be
Okay.
like, if we're going to explain it as a way that's not
Mm.
magical, it's got to be something like stim packs or
Scientific, yeah.
scientific stuff that we would be coming to that would heal people. Yeah.
Okay, so you and Vorty and Tesla are on the library.
Mhm.
Roscoe's gone missing.
Mhm.
And
We know where Roscoe is.
Nash is laying in bed, scrolling through Twitter or whatever. So why don't you roll an investigation check for me?
Investigation. What does Adamant have to this? +2. Well, he got himself a 13.
Okay, now roll a d20.
And then I rolled a d20 for you. A 2.
Okay, so you're walking through the library. It's vast. Let me change the map so that everybody can see it. It is a university library, so it's quite large.
Right. There it is.
Um,
Man,
a little bit more. Oh, too much. Oop, okay.
dark.
There we go. All right. It is a university library, so it's quite large. And as you walk through the shelves and you're looking at books, one randomly catches your eye. You stick out a finger and pull it off the shelf. You found. It's called Art and Society. The author is Faye Yarborough. And as you flip through it, it looks like it's a list of, or a explanation of public art installations in Fiskar. So not what you're looking for, but
No, not at all.
it is something.
Yeah, something to think about.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, if we're going out one day as scholars to reclaim lost knowledge and arts,
That's something that we might want to keep in mind. This is a pretty good guideline.
that was Arts and Society by Faye Yarborough.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
And how about you, Vorty? What did you want to look for?
Well, I'm trying not to blow myself up downstairs. So
Mhm.
I'm going to see if I can find any books that can show me how to do some chemistry and maybe something on the mechanical aspects of stuff. I honestly don't know what I'm doing here.
You want to learn how to work a still is what you're looking for.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So roll an investigation check for me.
Okay. I'm you know what? Maybe
Okay.
today I'm blessed by the gods. No.
All right, then roll a d20. What'd you get?
4.
Okay. You're walking around the shelves. You're looking for a book on anything that would help you figure out how to work a still. But one does catch your eye. You pull it out. It's called Scythian Meteorology by Azalea Cross. It appears to be pre-rupture, so it talked about weather patterns in Scythia and events like hurricanes, or I guess it would be more like a typhoon in this hemisphere on Earth. On Earth in this hemisphere, it would be like a typhoon. But it's got all sorts of things about weather patterns and temperatures, certain times of the year, condensation, all that kind of stuff. You find it probably pretty boring, I would think.
I put it right back.
Okay.
Like I said, I don't know what I'm doing here.
All right. Well, the evening goes on until you're starting to get close to lights out. Do you guys want to go to bed before lights out, or do you want to? What do you want to do?
Yes, I will go to the
Okay.
facilities, wash up, and then get in
Okay.
bed.
So mechanically, to get a long rest benefit, you got to go to bed at lights out.
Yes.
That's mechanically because that's your 8-hour rest, right?
Right.
10 o'clock to, well, actually, it'd be more like 9 for a technical. You know what? We're going to homebrew it. 10 o'clock to when you're supposed to get up, that's a long rest. So if you're in bed by lights out, you get your long rest benefit.
Cool.
So if Crow beats the shit out of you in the afternoon, might be a good idea to be in bed at 10. Okay.
Vorty finishes up his stash of like whisker. I was like,
Mhm.
what the fuck have I gotten myself into right now? And then he crashes.
Okay. And of course, you don't have to go to bed at lights out. You can do what you want, as long as you have some kind of light source to move around or dark vision or something like that, which some of you do have dark vision. But if you don't go to bed at all, you're going to take a point of exhaustion and you don't get a long rest. You see what I'm saying? Okay.
At the end of my free time, I'm going to do the same as Adam and go up and wash up. And while
Okay.
I'm in the facilities out of anyone's sight, I'm going to take out the book that I stole
Mhm.
and use my dagger to cut out, like a hidden compartment in it.
I was going to say, we didn't really steal it until you started doing that. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. So go ahead.
And then I'm going to wet the edges of the pages so that when they dry, they'll stick together and I'll essentially have like a box to hide things in.
Okay.
But that's the only special thing.
Anybody else want to do anything before bed?
Whenever people walk into the room as they're gathering their clothing and things, I pretty much try to hide everything that I was doing in the dorm, and it is a little obvious, and pretend like I'm heading to sleep
Okay.
super early.
How about you, Roscoe? After an evening of working on this motor, you feel like you have a good idea where things are supposed to go.
Yeah.
Whether you can make them fit together is another thing, but you feel like you have a good idea of what is what as far as this project goes.
Yeah, Roscoe's clothes are already just covered in like grease and grime, and he rolls straight into bed just like that.
Okay, so at 10 o'clock, the lights go out, and it's completely dark inside. So unless you have dark vision, you can't see. Okay.
Can't see shit.
Yeah, can't see shit unless you have dark vision. I imagine, those of you who can't see shit, which might be everybody but Nash.
Yep.
Does anybody have dark vision other than Nash?
Just Nash.
Okay. So other than that, you realize it is pitch fucking black in here. And maybe you should find some kind of a light source in the future in case you got to go to the bathroom or something in the middle of the night,
Yeah, because there's not even ambient light. Shit.
No, there's nothing. It goes completely pitch black at 10 o'clock. Bang. And that is where we will stop tonight.
Yay.
For today.
Night, everybody.
Good night. Good night, Roscoe.
Good night, Roscoe.
Night, night, Roscoe.
Good night, Nash.
Night, Nash. Good night, Adam.
Good night, Vorty.
Night, Tesla.
Good night, Nash.
Good night, Adam.
Night, Adam.
Oh.
Night, Master Crow.
Shut up.
Can't hear you. Okay, so next session will start in the morning, and you will have had the benefit of a long rest, so you can go ahead and mark that on your character sheet if you want to. And that's it for today.
Woo! Thanks for joining us, y'all.
Once we got everything working, I think it went pretty well, so we'll do it again next week.
Yeah, it was a good session to like make sure that this kind of runs smoothly and we kind of ease into it. Yeah, it was good.
Cool.
Over the next few
Y'all
days,
the real OGs.
over the next few days, I'll figure out where it's going as far as Spotify and Apple and YouTube and all that kind of stuff. So, but for now, it'll be on Twitch. Should be on Twitch already. Once we close this out, it'll be a video you can watch again if you want to. So,
Sweet.
Okay, well, everybody have a great day. I love you. Miss you.
Bye. Happy
Bye.
I wish we could do this in person, but online's pretty cool too.
Yeah, me too.
So
Yeah, I really miss everybody.
yeah, me too. So especially since we're not all in the same state anymore. So
Oh yeah.
you know, online has its benefits.
Yeah, we can still
All
keep
right.
in touch. All right, guys.
Okay, I love you guys. I'll see you later.
Bye bye.
Bye.